But also, if, for example, one day I don't have time to do the dishes, I can leave it for the next day.
How do you live with that?
Uh,
How do you live with
Very
just
good.
leaving the dishes
Very good. You
comfortable?
know, and I want to say that was the thing that helped me to get rid of my perfectionism.
Yes.
Yes,
How did you
exactly
do
the
it?
dishes, because before it was not like that. Even 12 a.m. in the evening, I would clean the dishes and then go back to bed tired, not reading a book
Yeah.
for my kids, not having time for them, not doing the evening routine for them because the dishes were more important for
But
me at that
Jenya,
time.
that we smile about it because we worked on it. We're at that stage where I don't care. I could leave the house
Uh-huh.
dirty for 3 days as long as my kids and I and my husband are important. But there's so many moms who are in this situation. That's why I think that it's so important to bring this up because yeah, look at that. It's relatable content. We were those women that cleaned everything and went to bed dirty just so
Yeah,
everything is tidy up.
yeah, I did. And I was more nervous when I was like doing everything. I was so tired. I couldn't even talk to my husband. Couldn't
Yeah.
read a book for my kids. So I was a different person, but everything was super clean. So now I know my house is like tidy. I really like a tidy house. But the dishes, it's the one thing that I'm really doing. The dishes can wait. It's not like mandatory for me to do it. I'm trying to do it every day, especially when I have time, of course. It's not that I'm intentionally putting it
Of
away,
course.
but there are
You
days
prioritized.
when we go out, for example, with the kids, and I come back home in the evening and I don't have time to do the dishes. I would rather do the nighttime routine for my kids, read a book for them, talk to them about their day, then do the dishes. But before, my priority was the dishes, other than doing
Yeah.
all that.
Let me ask this, and I don't know if you would agree with this, but from a therapeutic standpoint, I think that sometimes women and men can focus on exterior activities, like the motive of the house being clean, because it's much more easier to clean up what's in front of you versus what's inside.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned from my experience. Like it's so much easier to clean, wipe this, wipe that, and it's so hard to really dive in and clean and
Clean
wipe
yourself.
whatever. Yeah, it's really because it's a lot of work and sometimes we're not even conscious of it. So of course women have these and men have these OCD behave tendencies, not even a diagnosis, but speaking from a cleaning perspective, of course women and men are going to put the focus on cleaning everything because it's so much easier to clean objects versus what's really killing you on the inside.
I never thought about it, but I agree with you.
You
It's
see what I'm
like
saying? It's
it's
like
like you put in a bandage, on and you're not taking care of yourself. So yeah, you're right. I agree with you.
it's so easy. Like, look, we don't have a clean house. You go in an hour, boom, vacuum this, that. It's easy. But the work that you have to do on
Of
yourself
course.
takes months and sometimes years.
It took me months and years
Mine
to
too.
come to this,
Too.
because even people who know me, they knew me very emotional person. I'm really emotional, but now I can control my emotions. I can control my emotions. I can control whatever I talk, because I have that peace inside of me, and that
Yeah.
peace doesn't just come like overnight. It just really, it's a hard work that you do for yourself. And you're right, it's not just an easy clean home. You're just taking care of yourself and you are putting a
Yeah.
lot of time for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why when we talk about routine and falling from routine and going back to old habits, because it's so much easier to clean what you see versus what you feel.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you.
And these anxieties, the depression, the miserable lives that people are living, it's not easy living and feeling those things. So it's like, let me clean everything else. It'll give me a temporary relief for like a day or 24 hours, but then you're back to feeling crappy again. So not a lot of people are willing to work on themselves, which is so unfortunate because I think everybody's such a beautiful flower in their own way,
Yes, they are,
you
and
know?
because they don't want to look to the reality.
Yeah.
They don't want to look to
It's
the reality.
hard.
It's hard because sometimes
Crazy.
it's really painful. You would
Yeah.
agree. I think you
Oh
would have a
yeah.
lot of patients, right?
Oh
They
yeah.
they don't want to look to the reality
Mm-hmm.
because it's really painful for them. But when you do that deep work, and then after the life becomes so much beautiful, so much
Yeah.
easier. Life is really very easy. We make it very difficult,
We
honestly. It's
do.
really easy.
You're
Now,
right.
what I see, like there are days, like before how I used to be, I always were looking to do something fun in order to feel that happiness, to have that dopamine, But
Yeah.
whenever, for example, one weekend we didn't do anything fun, it was already mood change for me. I didn't feel good about that. But then after doing the inner work, you realize that happiness is within you, within yourself.
Yeah.
It's not somewhere else. It's not in uh, some external things. It's just within you,
It
and it's
is
very
within you.
simple. You can just be at home, just watch a movie with your family, cook a nutritious food for them, and feel that happiness. You don't need anything. You don't need any material things. You don't need any, expensive things in your life in order to feel
Yeah.
that.